Social comparison is ruining the quality of our lives today, and we want to explore the ancient wisdom of Bhagavad Gita to find some gems that can help us rise above this trap. Before we get into it, let me tell you the story of a very rich and powerful woman who once had an assistant. And although she was so rich and powerful, she was limited by this mentality of comparison. She always compared herself with her assistant. And she always wanted to make sure that the assistant was a notch, a little bit less than her. That way she could feel so fulfilled because she had more. So one day what happened though is that the assistant fell sick. The rich and powerful lady had to bring in a doctor. The doctor finished examining the assistant. He informed the lady that, oh, your assistant has a very high fever. And the lady was completely unsettled. She said, wait a minute, how can she have something more than me? I need to have a higher temperature than her. And this, funny as it sounds, this is the mentality of comparison. It's not driven by so much intelligence. It's just, I need to have more than you. So we're looking at the world from a vision of envy, from a vision of, I want more. It actually talks about this kind of psychology and the result of this psychology in the Bhagavad Gita. He explains in there that such a person thinks about the world as Ishvaro aham bhogi, siddho asmi balavan sukhi. So a person thinks that, I'm the controller of everything that I see. I am the one who's going to enjoy it. I am perfect and I'm powerful and I'm happy in this way. And so they go forth into this world to try and get what they want. And the result of such an approach to life is also explained in the same verse where Krishna explains Asha Pasha Shatai Bhadha. Bound by a network of thousands of desires, what happens? Kama Krodha Parayana. You're completely subservient, you're completely enslaved by Kama and Krodha. Kama means intense desire, greed. I want more, I want more. And when you have more, you want still more. So greed, pursuit of desires leads to greed, and greed leads to more greed. And what else happens? Krodha. Because if eventually your greed will hit a point where you can't get any more of what you want, and then you hit frustration and krodha, anger. So kama krodha parayana, you're destined to a life of the pursuit of intense greed and intense anger. And that's what we're seeing in the whole world today, this frustration everywhere. So how to get out of this? Imagine for a moment you're driving on the highway, you get into the car, and you have no clue where you're meant to go. You have no map, no GPS, you have no idea. You're just sitting in the car and you're driving, your foot's on the accelerator. You have no clue where you're going, and your foot's on the accelerator. So you just look left and right at the different drivers and see where they're going, and you decide following them or going faster than them is the way your car's gonna drive. Will you ever get where you need to get like that? Absolutely not, because you have no clue where you're going. You're just trying to compete with the guy on the left and the right. And that's how we live our lives sometimes. We're living in this body, but we have no idea where this body-shaped car is meant to go. We're just deciding the next step based on what's advertised or what we see around us, and we want to be better than. So that is no way to figure out the course of our life. So the number one thing you have to do if you really want to get out of this game of comparison is to actually find out who you are and where are you meant to go. We all know this life, this body is temporary. That means there must be something else that is permanent. So where am I coming from? Where am I going is a very essential question. So Bhagavad Gita starts from that point. Dehino asmin yatha dehe kamaram yavanam chara. There is a Dehi who is within this body, and this body is going through changes. Boyhood, babyhood, boyhood, old age, so many changes. But there is a Dehi, there is a soul that lives within the body. Tatha dehantara prapti dhirastatra namuyati. And at the time of death, you get another body. And an intelligent person is not bewildered by such changes. Why? Because they are focused on the eternal soul within, eternal person within. So we need to spend some time figuring out, who am I? Then we won't be so bothered by what everybody else has. Number 2, Shreyan Swadharmo Viduno. Better to act in your own nature, according to your own position, rather than paradharma, rather than the position of another person, because when you act from where you're at, you can make some progress and you can start to feel some stability in life. So you're kind of like standing on your own 2 feet. That's what we say to people, I stand on your own 2 feet. But you stand on your own 2 feet when you act according to your natural position. So it's very important to do that. So first, find out who you are. 2, stand on your own 2 feet. And then what do? Now that you know who you are, Now that you're standing on the ground, now you're going to look around. And when you look around, whatever wonderful that you see, Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever is but just a spark of my splendor. And when you see the world in that way, that, oh, everything is connected, and everything is connected in the divine, everything is connected in Krishna. You see the world in this way as completely connected, and when you see people's gifts as gifts of God, then you start to actually open your own heart. Maybe I also have some gifts from God too. And the journey of life becomes the quest to find how can I use what I have in Krishna's service, rather than how do I sit and worry about what he has and she has, and how do I get what they have. Even if you got everything everybody has, what are you going to do with it? Ultimately, everything is meant to be used in Krishna's service, and we have to, through our intelligence, come to realize that point. So in this way, we have to shift our vision from that of spardha or competition to seva or service. We see the world as an opportunity to serve the Supreme, not a place where we can compete with everyone and everything to get what we want. And in this way, our vision shifts from that of comparison to compassion. And this journey of compassion often starts from ourselves, accepting what we have, practicing satisfaction. And the best strategy for practicing satisfaction is to use what you have in the service of Krishna.